And there we go.
We are live.
We are
Hello. And in a different location.
Yes. Welcome to Mark and Kelly's Trips, Tips and Things. So this is it. So today we've got, I was about to say Starbucks, but we haven't. We've got Costa.
Well, we did thinking as well. We realised we're not sponsored by Starbucks, by the way, anybody watching, as you know.
Yeah.
So we thought we'd go for something a little different.
Yeah, and we're not sponsored by Starbucks or Costa.
No, anybody.
Yeah. We're not sponsored by anyone. So, yeah, so I went to order a Starbucks, but it was, there wasn't any,
Tom, hello.
Hey, Tom, how are you?
Good to see you.
You were in Bath recently. I saw that.
Yes.
And we were in Bath last month, so I saw you on Pulteney Bridge. But I didn't get to watch the whole of the video, so I need to watch that. I don't know if you ended up doing a whole of the video because I only saw sort of bits on TikTok. And we need to upload our video. We haven't done our, we haven't uploaded our video.
Do you know we've been really busy this week, both of us doing various different things. And so we just not had a chance at all. So a big apology to everybody. We haven't had the chance to upload videos. There are quite a few to upload. We do. But we will get them done as soon as both of us have finished the individual things we're doing.
We have got a backlog of stuff. So I need to, I might be able to do something this weekend. However, we haven't planned anything for Saturday. We haven't planned anything for tomorrow yet.
No.
And I do want to, no, we haven't. And I do want to plan something. But I just haven't come up with an idea or done much research.
So Tom's actually said, sorry to interrupt you there. Tom said, I didn't do Bath because I couldn't be bothered. I'm writing a thesis.
Oh, right. Okay.
We thought you went.
No, he was in Bath.
Oh.
Yeah, he was in Bath. He just didn't film it. I think, is that right?
Oh, sorry.
You were in Bath, but you just didn't film it.
Didn't do Bath as in didn't film it. Gotcha.
Yeah. But we had, oh God, we had a terrible room in Bath. I don't know where you stayed, but we stayed at the Hilton. So anyway, that's another discussion for another time.
Yeah, the room wasn't terrible. It was more the cleanliness than the actual room.
Yeah, the cleanliness of the room wasn't great. And the bed was so small compared to other sized beds. It was very small. And yeah, anyway, there's a whole load of things that, but a whole load of other things that were very nice. And we got to see your parents, and that was quite nice. I brought my mum to Bath for the first time, except I didn't show her, or we didn't show her any of Bath.
To be fair, she was not interested. She did want to go shopping, and she got what she wanted.
It wasn't that she wasn't interested. It was just that there were so many sales happening in Bath. That her and my bestie took advantage of all the sales.
Tom said, oh God, that's a shame. I just went for the day and only an hour away. Of course, it would be with Do you know what? If we do again, we will link you up actually, if you're up for it, because we could actually meet and do a collab in Bath.
Yeah.
I didn't think of that actually. I'm sorry, Tom. We didn't.
I didn't realise. No. I'm rubbish at geography, so I didn't know.
But I should have known that.
Right.
I should have known that. So sorry, Tom. I should have taken that into account. So yeah, if you next time we go, we might if you do want to do a collab, or hook up or do a collab.
Then because I didn't know, my geography is terrible, so I didn't know that Cardiff was only an hour away.
No, but I should have.
But also that would be quite nice to go to Cardiff one day because I've never been. We were talking. Who were we talking to last week on? Not last week, on Tuesday. And she did a lot. Was that Sam that did a lot of staycations or Emma?
Yeah, Sam. It was Sam.
So we were talking to Sam on Tuesday, and she was saying that she did a lot of staycations. She did Wales and Scotland.
That's right.
Quite a bit of Wales and Scotland, and she visits the Warner Brothers Studios quite a lot, doesn't she?
4 hours away, and she does go there. So yeah,
she drives.
Tom said that's a great idea. We should do the Roman baths, as I didn't get to do them. Do that as I didn't know it was an online booking. Oh, is it online now? It never used to be. You used to be able to go in, but
used to be able to queue.
And get it there. But it would make sense for the pandemic.
Are you talking about the actual Roman baths, or are you talking about going to the actual thermal spa?
I think Tom's talking about the actual Roman baths. It's the actual original Roman.
Right. Because we didn't do that the last time, did we?
No, we did the pump rooms.
We did the pump rooms. So it definitely, if you're up for the pump rooms as well, I definitely would do the pump rooms again. Although the last time the service was a bit poor. But I would be willing to try it again because I like to give places a second chance. So yeah, I would definitely. And the pump rooms are amazing. The actual architecture and everything is so lovely. And the Royal Crescent as well, and the Royal Circle. Which one's the Royal? Is it
the Royal Crescent? The Royal Crescent, and then there's the Circus, which is the big. The
Circus. That's it. That's the one I was thinking of, not the Royal Circle. But yeah, the Royal Crescent and the Circus. Yeah. Those are the two places. They're really nice. And the Circus always reminds me of Oliver Twist. You know, when they go, who am I? Who am I? And
for those of you who don't know Oliver Twist, that will mean nothing to you.
Yeah.
But yeah. Tom says, sounds good. That's a plan. We will definitely do that. We did talk about a collab some time ago. So that would be really good to do. We'll think about that.
Yeah, and think about what we would do.
Or if you are in London as well, the invite stays. If you are catching up,
we'll meet you in London as well. So what?
Yes, he said. Or when I'm in London, look at that. Great
there
minds.
You go,
Great
and
minds.
there you go. So what is it you would like to do if you have any plans this weekend? You, Tom, or anyone else? Or you, Mark, what would you like to do this weekend?
Do you know what? We've been so busy, actually, Kelly and I doing various things that we haven't actually we don't normally do this. Normally, we have a little chat throughout the week to say, well, let's plan this and this. We haven't this week.
No, let's be real. What happens is, I'll say to Mark, what do you want to do, Mark? I can't think about that right now. I can't think about that.
Well,
I will throw out a few ideas. And he'll say, okay, yeah, let's have a think about it. Ultimately, I end up booking something and then just saying, this is what we're doing. So,
well, to be fair, I am normally working.
Even if you wasn't working, even if we were on holiday and I asked you the same thing, you still wouldn't have a clue.
That's a bit unfair. But anyway, what was I going to say? So, do you know what I really enjoyed doing actually was when we went to the ice cream parlor. I'd like to do.
Oh yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, so so for those of you that haven't seen it, it's we haven't uploaded it yet, have we? Milk.
Yeah, milk.
No,
train.
we did. The milk train. We did.
We did.
So I'm just
with ping pong.
Yeah.
So basically we went to ping pong, which it was an all-you-can-eat dim sum. It was on. We went bank holiday weekend, so we went on a Sunday, and then after that. We were going to go for dessert. We were going to go and get these pancake things, which are a little bit like souffles. And I said, actually, I want to go to this ice cream parlor place. It's one of these Instagrammable places. So Mark was like, where is it? And because we were in Covent Garden, I said, well, actually, it's just down the way. It's actually on the same road, I think. Do you just walk past it? Because it's on Jubilee. Yeah. So basically, it's almost on the same road. So what it is, you have ping pong on one side of the road. So if anybody knows London, where the Canadian Maple Leaf is, or sort of near where TGI Fridays is, sort of that end. Or near where the Big Easy is. If you know any of those restaurants, you'll know the road that I'm talking about. So if you walk towards then the Jubilee Market and sort of take the same road, just behind the Jubilee Market, you will come to Milk Train. Now, with the Milk Train, they've got it's this ice cream that they blend up there and there. You can choose what blend that you want. Everything is a vanilla milk base, and then you mix it with whatever flavors that you want. Then you can have whatever toppings, but the pièce de résistance is the candy floss on whether it's candy floss on your cone, on your cup, on the milkshake, whatever. It basically makes the dessert that you decide to get. Now, there is a queue.
Oh, and there's a big queue.
And it depends on how dedicated you are to getting ice cream. Now, I am happy to queue in any queue for 20 minutes. Even when we go to Florida and we're queuing up for, all the, all the rides and stuff like that. 20 minutes usually is my maximum. Mark is a bit longer. He could queue. I mean, how long did you queue for the King Kong ride?
Oh, God, that was about 45 minutes. Well, actually, not long. Probably about 50.
I think
maybe an hour. Maybe an hour. Yeah. I think I could. Do you know what it is? I think once I'm in, if I'm on holiday, it's weird. I don't mind queuing. If I am working, so even if that counts as the weekend, this might sound really, really weird, but I just, for some reason, I just have no patience. I think as I'm on holiday, I'm more relaxed. So I don't mind the wait. But when I'm working that work mode, got to get done. And you don't really need to because it's the weekend. But what Kelly was saying is, if you imagine my Costa cups, you get as you do, you know, when you get a cup of ice cream. So imagine it probably about that size. You get this lovely, almost like a satin ring of candy floss.
Around it,
all around it. It looks amazing.
And then your ice cream is sort of like poking out the top of it. It looks amazing.
And what we were doing, we were folding in the candy floss into the ice cream, and it's so good. It really is. Complete indulgence, but that's called the milk train. The video we got is, we called it "We Eat Unlimited Dim Sum," and we said and fancy ice cream. I don't know.
Fancy ice cream, something like that.
I should.
But it was fancy ice cream. It really was fancy ice cream, I thought. And would definitely go again. So if that was something you wanted to do this weekend.
Well, what I thought was doing, so just for me, I was thinking I would like to go to another dessert place. I think the dessert place, I don't know what it is, but when you have these dessert things, it's fun. It's something different. And I also think as well, it makes a nice video. When we do the restaurants, don't get me wrong, I enjoy doing those too. And we like doing those because it lets you guys who haven't been see what that place sells. We went to, like, when we went to Blacklock, which we haven't uploaded yet, but we discovered that the roast dinner isn't every day, it's only on the Sunday. So it's not like a Toby Carvery when you can have it any day. So that was quite interesting that we could pass the information on. So we will go again on a Sunday. But with the ice cream bits as well, it's just fun so you can see it, and that's what I'd like to do. So another dessert place is a long-winded way of me saying I'd like to do another dessert place.
I think for me, what I like to do, I like to go to the restaurant first, and if they don't do good desserts, then go on to somewhere else. That's what I like doing. And then, like Mark, I like to show you guys what is on offer. So normally I try, it doesn't always work, but I try to pick a chain. And then if I pick a chain, I know that maybe somewhere in the country or in various areas in London, people can go and enjoy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not always, we don't always do that, but I tend to try to look for that. But then if I see something that's a bit more novel or that's a bit different, I like to do things that are a little bit different or a bit novel, or unlimited and all you can eat, because I think a lot of people like the fact that you can go somewhere and have unlimited amounts of something. So unlimited amounts of dim sum, or unlimited amounts of, like when we went to the Ned, although the Ned you have to be a member now. And at the Ned they did things like, you know, lobster and oysters and things like that, and I thought that was quite nice to do.
Yeah, well, actual fact, it's true, because the bit when we had unlimited, what I like about that is you could try it. So when you got unlimited stuff like that, you could try. If you don't like it, you think, right, not touching that anymore. I think when I don't know about you, but I'm less adventurous when you get a set menu, because I think if I order that and I don't like it, I'm not going to eat it. I've wasted my money. I'm going to be hungry, and then I'm going to miss out on that one. So I
look at food differently because I'm not that deep. So what I would do is, if I didn't like that, I'll be like, but it wouldn't affect me. I'll be like, that's a shame. I didn't enjoy that. And then I, you know, inevitably just wouldn't eat that. And later on I'd get something else or whatever. But I would then just know, right, I wouldn't get that again. There would have been, I went to, when we were in Lanzarote, there's a really nice restaurant that I like to go to called La Cabana. And I went with my friend Evelyn. And they had braised pork cheeks on the menu. And I thought, they sound really nice. But for some reason, I didn't go for that. And I went for the lamb or something like that. Anyway, Evelyn went for the braised pork cheeks. But they were braised in red wine. And I'm so pleased I didn't go for it, because red wine does not agree. Anything cooked in red wine or red wine in general just doesn't agree with me.
So how do you guys do it? Now, I'll break that. Do you go strategically and think to myself, well, I like that, I like that, I like that, I like that? If you saw something you weren't sure, you never tried before, would you risk it, or would you play it safe? So that's a question I'm going to throw out there. So for me, I'll tell you how I work, right? So I look at the menu, and I'll break down, I think, right, So I'm, like I said, I'm pescatarian. So any of the meat things I just scroll out. I'm not eating that, not eating that. So that's my first thing. Second thing is then I start looking at what I think looks nice. And then I think to myself, right, maybe. Then I just think, then I look at the bits where I then think, right, safe, fairly safe. Yeah, I've had that before. Then I look at something, then if I say, then I weigh it up. I see something, no, I've not had that. Would I try it, or shall I play it safe and go with the other thing as well? But also as well, I do think that with dishes that I've had.
Yeah.
So as you know, I always avoid things I can cook at home, like pasta I can do at home. I'm not going to waste time ordering pasta because I can cook that at home. I want something that I can't cook myself. I'm not the world's best chef, but I'll go for something I cook myself. So I will go for something that I don't know. Let's say, for example, if I know I say pizzas or something that seems quite simple, but I've always tried to do home pizza, and it's never, ever, ever as good as it is in a proper pizzeria.
No, but I think that of a lot of food, right? Like,
so just throwing that question out there. So for you guys, do you play it safe, or do you be adventurous, or do you always go for something that you know you will like? Which one would you go for? So go on.
No, I just think that when I look at a menu, I look to see what would be most appealing to me. So I would the meats that I would look at first would be lamb and pork.
Right.
It's very rare, unless I'm in the mood for a chicken burger. It's very rare that I will ever go for chicken, because I feel like in some places it might be a bit dry.
Right.
So I never go, and I also feel like, depending on the way that you cook chicken can be a little bit bland. So I normally rule out chicken. The next thing I rule out is normally beef. And the reason why is because whenever I order a steak, and I cook steak, I don't cook steak a lot. I don't even cook steak once a week. However, I do like steak. I will eat it maybe twice a month, possibly 3, just depends. I haven't had steak for a couple of weeks now.
No, you haven't?
Yeah. So
there's one in the fridge.
There is one in the fridge. So I tend not to order steak. Now, in the past, when I have ordered steak, I've been quite disappointed with what has turned up. So I don't always order steak. That being said, I really, really, really would love to go to a great steak place. Now, I know there are a few steak places around, but yes, I would definitely like to go to a good steak place. So I'm going to scout out for that. So then we are left with pork and lamb. And don't get me wrong, there's been a couple of times I've had lamb and it's been dried out, or they haven't cooked it right. And the same with pork. You know, I've had it a couple of times and I thought, oh, that's not nice.
Alicia, hello. Alicia says, yeah, dry or rubbery.
Yeah, I'm not a lover of that type of thing. But Alicia, Alicia, that we went to Blacklock.
Yes.
And I quite liked the sort of cuts that they had there. But I was a little bit disappointed because I really wanted that Sunday dinner. I really wanted to try that, so I am going to go on another Sunday.
Well, that's what we said, didn't we?
Yeah.
That's what we thought we could go there, and it would be I say Sunday, but roast dinner, and it wasn't. They only do it on a Sunday, so we, like you said, and I think that did affect us slightly in terms of our not judgment, because obviously I wouldn't have had it anyway. But
no, it didn't affect me judgment-wise, because when you taste whatever it is you're tasting, you are going to take it for what it is. But I was disappointed in the fact that I was expecting something and then had to choose something else. It's like when you go to a restaurant and you have that one thing on your mind and you want that one thing and you're thinking, yep, you're going to that restaurant specifically for that thing. You get there, they go, oh, by the way, this is off the menu. And you're like, what?
Yeah. Alicia said, steak.
That's what Janai would say, steak. And you get to that restaurant and it's off the menu and just like, what? Like, if I go to Wagamama's and I want my white chocolate and ginger cheesecake, and they turn around and tell me, and that's happened to me a couple of times because clearly it's popular, and I get there and I'm thinking, yeah, I'm going to eat that dinner. and then afterwards I'm going to have that white chocolate and ginger cheesecake. Sorry, madam, we don't have it. We've run out of that. What?
Yeah, exactly. That's one of your bugbears.
What?
Well, do you know what? It's funny that actually, because I think that's the thing. If you've gone specifically for something and it's not there, yeah, you are. Yeah. That's disappointing. But I think I mentioned this before. So I did read an article somewhere, and I forget which newspaper it was, but they interviewed top chefs, and they said, "Is there anything you would recommend avoiding?" And they said, "Well, not avoid, but they did always say, don't have the chicken." And they said the reason being, chicken is the most blandest meat. And also it's the easiest to get wrong, so it's very easy to overdo it and it becomes dry.
Over or underdo it. Yeah,
exactly. Unless you're going to a place specifically for chicken. So if you're going to Nando's, of course you're going to go for chicken, because that's pretty much what they do. But if you're going to a proper restaurant, they said avoid the chicken for that reason, which I thought was quite, I wouldn't have it, but thought that was quite interesting. They say avoid the chicken.
Yeah, but I think a place that specializes in chicken, you wouldn't avoid it because you're specifically going there.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Yeah, that's what I just said. So Alicia said, yeah, the food at Blacklock was nice, but we were so excited about having the roast, and I
know.
And it was kind of disappointing that the food was still nice.
Yes, it was.
We can go a lot again, as long as it's not a hair day Sunday.
Well, I don't know when your hair day Sundays are.
Is it every Sunday?
It's every Sunday. Well, except for this weekend, it's not this Sunday.
No, exactly. So remember, so for this, the Blacklock one, we will put that up there. We will do a Sunday roast. We will try and attempt that one.
Yeah.
Pretty much, because that's their signature thing.
Yeah.
So it's like you say, if you go to Hawksmoor, you're gonna go. The signature thing is the breakfast.
Yes. And I've done a video on Hawksmoor before, but I do want to go back. And I think if Alicia is willing, but she has to get up early, obviously, because we have to get there. But she's used to getting up early because my brother gets up early. But they only do it in the mornings.
Yeah,
do they only do it? And it's the one in near.
It's near the Ned, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not too far from the Ned. So. I'm just trying to think of the closest tube station. Maybe it might be Bank, maybe St Paul's. It's sort of around that sort of area, sort of like St Paul's, Bank, and Moorgate, sort of the city end. I would love to go there for breakfast again, but it's huge. It's huge. I couldn't eat it by myself. Therefore, I need someone to eat it with me. So, Alicia, when you're ready, let's go Hawksmoor for breakfast.
There we go. So, yeah, unfortunately, as Kelly said, if you're not an early bird, it's not, well, I said it was not for you, but it is early. So, I think it's between 7 and...
I don't know, actually.
I think we'll Google it and look it up.
Yeah, have a look. Because I went before work one time.
Yeah, Alicia said we'll arrange a Sunday.
Yeah. Yes, definitely we'll arrange a Sunday. And yeah, so there are plenty of places that I do want to try.
Yeah.
In fact, I've got a whole list. I've written out a whole list. And
we can do one of the lists then this week.
One of the lists, but we have to see if we can get a reservation, because some of them will require
reservations.
Yeah,
that's true. It's not so much walk-ons anymore.
Yeah.
So that's our tactical guide into doing our menu choices.
Yeah.
Now, the other thing is as well, I was going to ask, so throwing it out there, is there anything on the menu that you would eat normally, but you would not order on a menu? So basically, sometimes when you order some food, a lot of times you won't order it because obviously you don't like it. If you don't like, like you say, if you don't like, say, for example, lamb, you're not going to order it. But is there anything on the menu that you won't order but would eat? Now, I don't know why, but like I say, for me, pasta.
Right.
I will eat pasta. I do eat pasta, but I never, ever, ever order it on a menu. I never order it.
I think it depends. Like, if I go to Prezzo, I quite like their...
Alicia went, what?
I quite like Prezzo's pasta. And I know some people go, what? Prezzo? But what I used to like about Prezzo, I don't think they do it anymore. But what they used to do was you could do half and half.
Yes, I remember.
So you could do half of one pasta and half of another pasta. And I used to love that, because I think if you didn't if you wanted to, if you saw 2 pastas on a menu, if you saw 2 things on a menu, and you then have to make a decision, I think that's the difficult thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Or if you've seen a few things on a menu, because I've been to restaurants before and I've seen a few things on the menu, and I'm like, I'm at a loss because they all look good, and I'm thinking, what shall I go for? Yeah, I think I would find that difficult. Yeah, I don't know. I forgot my train of thought now.
Yeah, so basically what you're talking about is, the conversation we were talking about is, what would you order on a menu?
Oh yeah, pasta.
So yeah, like I said, so what would you normally eat or have? Is there anything you would not order on a menu that you're afraid you would normally eat? So,
steak for me.
Well, you want to order? You would order steak on a menu?
No, I've never ordered steak on. That's why I said I want to go to a steak menu. When have you seen me order a steak on a menu?
Thinking about it, no, you don't.
I've never ordered steak on a menu.
No, you don't. No, so Alicia, the reason why I don't do pasta is I've just got it in my head that I just think, well, I can cook that at home. I want something that I wouldn't be able to do myself. And I'm not saying that mine's as good as a restaurant quality. It isn't. But I can do it myself. The other reason I don't order pasta from restaurants is I don't like it al dente. Yeah. I do like it well done. And whenever, ever you order it on a restaurant, it is slightly al dente. So slightly crunchy, which I don't
you're
like.
Very much like my mum.
Yeah, it's got to be.
My mum will boil the life out of pasta, and I'm thinking.
Same here. I like it really, really soft. I know that's not how you're supposed to do it, but that's how I like it.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't order it in a restaurant. So there you go. That's why. The other thing is with dessert, I would eat trifle, but I would never order it on a menu.
Oh, really?
Wouldn't bother ordering it.
Ah.
And it's fine. I would like it.
I don't like trifle.
No, you don't. But I'm just saying, so this is what you like to eat, but you would never order on a menu. So putting it out to you guys, is there anything that you like eating, but would never, ever order on a menu?
Steak is the only thing that I can think of that I would make at home, but I wouldn't eat out. But I would love to go to an actual reputable steak place and try their steak.
So when you say reputable steak, are you talking
something like Hawksmoor, Gauchos?
Oh, Aberdeen Angus, that type.
No.
Or are you talking a bit
Aberdeen Angus? What? The one in Central? No.
I want to sort of judge Kelly's standards on reputable. Where does that go in the bar? Or we won't even say, actually, in case we get sued.
No. I wouldn't go to the Angus Steakhouse in Leicester Square or anywhere like that. No. I wouldn't go there. Don't get me wrong. If there was nowhere else to go or whatever, and I wanted to have, I wouldn't eat the steak though. I'd have something else.
Oh yeah, well you don't know. I mean,
it's not that. It's just that I will tell you a story about Angus Steakhouse. So basically,
that was it. Angus Steakhouse. I couldn't remember.
Yeah, Angus Steakhouse.
Here we go.
So
sit back and enjoy.
I went to Angus Steakhouse, and they said they had. They worded it differently, but what it was mini chicken Kievs, right? That's what it was. So mini chicken Kievs. And but they worded it differently. But I knew what it was. I still knew that it was mini chicken Kievs, but they just gave it like a fancy name, like chicken filled with garlic sauce or something like that. Anyway.
That's not steak.
No, but listen to the story. This is starters. So listen. So anyway, I ordered this as a starter and all of this, and it came out, and it was only Bernard Matthews mini chicken Kievs, wasn't it? I was just like, no, you're just taking the mick now. And
straight from freezer to oven.
Yeah, straight from, and I just thought, it's things like that make me really mad. I was on the way to work one time, and I walked past Burger and Lobster, and outside they had a delivery of McCain chips. Now, that sort of thing, right, really makes me mad. And I just think, as a restaurant, and Burger and Lobster's I'm not saying, they are reasonable for what they are, right, which is £20 for a burger with chips, or lobster and chips, or lobster roll and chips, whatever you order. Well, it was then. I don't know how much it is now. But back then, £20 for burger, lobster, or lobster roll. Now, You can get bigger, larger lobsters if you want. It would just cost more money. But burger and lobster is as is. Burger and lobster. Now, my problem with that is if I'm going to pay £20, I don't want to eat McCain chips, right? I want to eat chips that have been prepared fresh in the kitchen, that you've whatever, right?
Well, this is it. You see, you weren't supposed to see the magic behind the scenes.
It's things like that annoy me a little bit.
To be honest with you, I am surprised at that. I would have thought that that restaurant would have done their own. Basically, I mean, if you think about a fish and chip store, which does fish and chips, will make their own chips. They'll just they've got a machine. They just chuck the potatoes in, which peels and chips them, and they just chuck them in the deep fat fryer.
Now, don't get me wrong.
Ray, hello.
Hey, Ray, how are you?
Hello, you okay? And Alicia said Miller's and Carter steaks are supposed to be nice.
Yes. Now, we went to Miller and Carter.
Did we?
Yes, we did. We went when we were in Bath.
Oh, that's Miller and Carter.
I
couldn't remember the name of it.
Well, I'm telling you. We went to Miller and Carter. Evelyn actually ordered. I think your dad ordered steak.
Yeah, Dad ordered. He liked the steak.
Yeah, he really liked the steak. Right. So, your father ordered the steak. I think my mum.
She had lamb.
Yeah, and your mum had
lamb.
Your mum and so our mums had lamb. And then Evelyn and his dad had steak. I had fish and you had fish.
Yes.
Yeah, and then I couldn't finish mine. You finished mine.
Yeah.
But I also had garlic in prawns and all of that, and what you call it, garlic and scallops in a garlic butter sauce, which was really quite nice. And that's Miller and Carter. But we didn't have dessert there. No. Oh no, we were quite full, and I think me and your mum had hot chocolate, which was quite nice there.
Right. You did.
And then the following night we went to Aqua.
Yes.
In Bath, and you quite enjoyed it because he had his pizza. And I can't remember what I had.
You had.
I think me and.
Oh, I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember what I had.
Mind is a blur.
I might have had lamb or something, but whatever it was really good. I'll have
belly pork. You have belly pork.
Did I have belly pork?
Yes, I remember. Yeah, you did.
I can't remember having that.
So,
but yeah.
I was going to say, Ray. So we were just the conversation was. Glad you could join us. The conversation was: is there anything you like to eat but you would never ever order on a menu? So basically, something that you would. Hope you're both well. We're good. I'm glad.
Yeah, I'm glad you're
and
good.
And the love heart too.
Thank you.
I can't do the heart shake though. Yeah. So we're saying, is there anything you enjoy eating but would never ever order out? So obviously, when you're ordering in a menu as well, if there's something you don't like, you're not going to order it. But is there anything you quite like eating, but you just find you never ever order it? So for me, I would just say mine's pasta. Kelly is steak. I do eat pasta, will never order it out.
I fry steak all the time, or I barbecue steak. And I just feel that sometimes, don't get me, when I was a lot younger, I ordered steak in the past and it was always chewy. And back then, I just thought that was how steak was. And didn't realize the complexities of steak. So wherever I'd go, I'd eat steak and chew it and blah, blah, blah. Now, my palate has developed a bit, and I tend not to order steak when I'm out. So but I will cook it at home. I've invited my nephew over a couple of times. We cooked that together. Showing him like what to do and stuff like that. So a couple of times, we've done that together. And so the steak, it will be one of those things that I don't really order out. I do order lamb, pork, and fish though. I tend not to order chicken unless I'm in the mood for like a chicken burger or something.
No.
Windy pops.
Well, that's because you're drinking this. The other thing I was going to ask is, will anybody what also would put you off ordering something? So if you see a dish you really, really like, is there anything about that you would see in the menu or in the ingredients that make you think no? So I don't know. Let's say, for example, for me, I don't know why I hate bechamel sauce. I can't stand it. So if I were to see something, I think, oh, that looks great, and I see bechamel sauce, I'll instantly just regard it. Or oregano. I can't stand oregano.
That amazes me for someone who loves pizza and doesn't like
Oh,
oregano.
I can't
Crazy.
stand oregano. It's just like, it tastes like licorice, but I don't mind licorice, but I wouldn't want it on a thing. So Ray said, oh, I have a gastric band, so unfortunately steak is a no-go.
Oh.
Minced steak I can do. I normally go for a curry or lasagna. Sloppy food.
Yeah. Do you know what? I am one of those people. I can eat curry and lasagna, and I like both of them. But it just depends on what curry, because I'm quite fussy.
Yeah, the same here.
But I don't like gelatinous food.
Oh, Georgina, hello. How are you?
Hey, we met when I went to Duck and Waffle.
Yes.
How are you?
How are you? You good?
I hope you're well. And I don't tend to like gelatinous food. So anything like jellies, custard, tapioca, semolina, gravy to make my Yorkshire pudding soggy. No, that's a no. And things like that. So yeah, I good, thank you. I'm glad you're well. Yeah, so anything like that I tend to stay away from. But I do, I tell you what I do like. You know what irks me is that when you go to a restaurant and you see sticky toffee pudding, right? I like syrup sponge or treacle sponge, and there's always sticky toffee pudding, and I'm just thinking, for once, please do treacle sponge or syrup sponge, please.
Now, sticky toffee pudding is the don of desserts, and that is why it's on there. So Alicia said, I hate mustard, so that tastes. So if you saw mustard, even if it was the most delicious dish,
listen, Alicia is very much like your aunt, right? They said they don't like something. Alicia has eaten plenty of stuff that I've put mustard in.
Yeah, Alicia.
Yeah, Alicia. You've eaten plenty of stuff I've put mustard in. But,
Georgina said, Mark, as a Cypriot, that made me laugh so much when you said oregano and bechamel, staples of our diet.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't mean to offend. I'm so sorry. Ray said, I love fresh bread rolls. I've tried to make bread rolls, but no good.
I love fresh bread rolls.
Oh, do you know what? I feel bad now with the bechamel. Do you know what? It's the bechamel. I don't know what it is about bechamel. And I think it's probably just the fact that I just had a bad experience with it. But I just find it quite bland, and I just don't like the texture of it.
There's only one time... But if I get put off something once, it doesn't deter me from trying it again somewhere else. So there has been like a time when I had something that had bechamel sauce in it and I didn't like it.
Alicia went, yeah, thanks. Sick emoji, sick emoji, sick emoji, sick emoji.
So there's been times when I've had something and I'm like, but other places it would taste nice. But you tend not to. As soon as you see something with bechamel sauce, you don't give it a chance.
Or oregano.
But there has been time when I've cooked with oregano and Mark's not tasted it, and he'll eat it.
If I can't taste it, I don't mind it. But I do see what you're saying with Cypriot as well, because there are some. Well, also with Italian dishes, a lot of oregano. Really.
Yeah.
So Georgina said, that's okay. I'm a bad Cypriot and I really don't like. Oh, you don't like lamb? Oh my God, that's a Cypriot.
Oh, I love lamb.
Wow.
I like lamb. Alicia, that's Alicia's favorite is lamb. I like lamb, yeah.
I think I told you one of my old bosses was Greek Cypriot, and he used to do this thing where he'd dig a pit. I've said this story before.
Oh, yeah.
He used to dig a pit in his garden, and what they would do is they get a lamb's head from the butcher, and they would put or sheep's head from the butcher, and they would wrap it in foil, and they put coals in this pit, obviously, put the head in, and you cover that, and you leave it for about a good 13 hours, and then you eat that. And I remember that's one thing.
Maybe that's not the story I remember.
No, that's what he used to have. I'm not saying obviously that's a staple Cypriot dish, but I just remember that story that he used to
lamb's head. Ooh, I don't know how I feel about that.
But actually, I do like Greek food. I do love the halloumi cheese. I love that.
I do love Mediterranean food actually.
Yeah,
I'm really,
and the fish dishes as well. Really good fan. I'm a really big fan of Turkish food. There's some really good ones in North London actually. Some Turkish restaurants as well. I know it's not quite the same, but I do love that sort of Mediterranean.
Yeah, I like the Mediterranean dishes.
Ray says she loves lamb.
Yeah. I mean, Alicia's big thing is lamb. Alicia's my sister-in-law. So she loves lamb. I really enjoy it. And yeah, if I do see it on a menu, I would have to measure it up against other dishes. So when I look at dishes, I'm thinking, that sounds nice with this. That sounds nice with that. That sounds nice with that. It's very, very rare that I'm ever in a fish mood.
Oh,
but
really?
I will have it.
Oh, no,
but,
I love fish.
Yeah, I know you love fish, don't you? Because I cook it for you.
Yes,
so I know you love it. But it is rare. I eat a lot of fish at home because Mark's pescatarian. So if we, you know, if I don't feel like cooking 2 dishes or something like that, then I'll cook. But if I'm going to cook just for me, I then don't cook for Mark, because I think I just don't want to do 2 dishes. So then Mark has to fend for himself.
Got a few comments.
Yeah, sorry, go on.
I was going to say, so Georgina said, I don't mind it minced, meaning lamb.
Yeah.
Or on the barbecue. I find it quite strong, and once was given a frothy lamb chop. Frothy? How was it frothy? Was it just because, I know sometimes with oil it does froth up. So was it that, but frothy lamb chop?
Never heard of it.
Or is that a specific dish? I can't imagine it is. So I'm guessing it was badly cooked. Alicia said, listen, if I don't know it's in there, I will eat it. She's talking about the mustard.
Yeah.
But from what I can see on the menu, I will avoid that meal. And that's fair enough. That's like me with oregano. If I see, I love pizza. If I see it's got oregano on it, I'll ask for it to be removed.
Yeah.
But I just thinking, will they remember? Will they do it? I'll just avoid it. I'll go for something else.
Like with me, I like honey mustard mash, but I like the Dijon mustard. For honey mustard mash, and I really find that delicious. Not a lot of places do it, but sometimes when we've been to Carvery, like Toby, and it's been there just like as a surprise. I'm gonna have that. So I'm very much, I like honey mustard mash, and I actually make it at home. Not very often. I normally just do garlic mash or something like that. But I do like honey mustard mash, and if I have Dijon mustard in or whatever, I will make that. Yeah, I tend to find that, there are a few dishes that I will try, but I tend to like to try if it's a buffet.
Georgina said, I've just finished a bag of oregano crisps. Oh, she's winding me up now. That's my nightmare.
I didn't even know you could get oregano crisps.
Yeah, can you? Or you just get ready salted and just put oregano in. I'm joking. Ray said, I like whole grain mustard in mash.
Yes, yeah.
So you can tell Ray your recipe, or is it a secret?
It's not a secret. So I will. So obviously you boil your potatoes, drain the water, and that, and then I will put salt, and then I'll put garlic butter in, and if I've got cream or whole milk, so cream or whole milk in that, and then I will add a few spoons of whole grain mustard and a little bit of honey, and then I mash that up, and then you taste it as you're going along to suit your palate. So whoever's coming will get obviously how I like it.
But that's
rather than
chef's prerogative.
Yeah, exactly.
So Alicia said, I love Turkish restaurants, and she loves lamb. Leash, you've not tried. For me, and I know Kelly's going to roll her eyes. The best Turkish restaurants are in North London. They are the best Turkish restaurants. I've tried them down here. They are not as good as they are in North London. Ray says, oh, wow, sounds delicious. Georgina says, Lay's oregano crisps, which you get in, grease or something. I was going to say Lay's are not, I think we call them Walkers, obviously, in UK. So I was going to say, you must have got them from outside the UK.
Yeah, I was going to say the States. But I didn't realise you could get them
outside.
Because we always see them when we're in the States.
Oh, they have them in the local Greek shop.
Oh, okay.
Whereabouts do you get them from? You obviously don't have to reveal where you are, but Ray said we've got lots of Turkish restaurants in Birmingham. I've not tried the Turkish restaurants in Birmingham. I tell you why I say that. So obviously I just tried the ones in London, but I used to get my hair cut, which is in Kenny and I living in South London. The local sort of South London guy, and he's Turkish, who did my hair. And I said to him, because I work in North London, so I'm used to all the ones up there. And I asked him, I said, where's the best place to eat, Turkish restaurant to eat? And he said, there's a few in South London here. That he goes, but do you know North London? I said, yeah. And I thought, the areas he said is exactly where I work. So that's from a Turkish guy. Georgina said, not biased as a North Londoner, but yes, we do have the best turkey. There you are, best turkey and Cypriot. Ah, you're a North Londoner. So yeah, I would.
I was going to say Honest Grove.
Green Lanes. Green Lanes is absolutely fantastic. If you are in London, then my recommendation would be Green Lanes and Wood Green. I've got absolutely fantastic Turkish restaurants there and Cypriot restaurants. Oh, Niha, how are you?
Hi, Niha, how are you?
You good?
I've been watching some of your videos, as you know.
And we did the Friends cheesecake. You know, you'll remember the episode when Rachel and Chandler eat the cheesecake, or steal the cheesecake and eat it. So that I did the recipe and cooked it and put it on YouTube. So I hope you enjoyed that one.
So what is your favourite food?
My favourite food? I've got to say...
Oh, no, I forgot. I know what it is.
What? Go on.
Pizza.
Pizza. But I do love... I'm actually... For years and years and years, but I've been trying after working in North London and trying the Turkish ones. I'm really going for the Turkish sort of restaurant.
Do you know what? Why don't we go to Rosa Pomodoro then tomorrow?
Yeah, we could do.
Yeah.
We'll have a little chat about that.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll see.
We'll have a little chat. You've got something else in mind.
Oh, Nihal said it is a very good video. Well done. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I knew you like the Friends stuff, so we thought we'd do a little Friends video. What we will do, actually, so for those of you who have not seen it, we've got the Friends cookbook, and I've been doing recipes. So I wanted to do a few recipes from cookbooks that are based on film, TV series, something interesting. So I did the Back to the Future few of the Back to the Future ones. I did a few of the Friends ones, and I'm looking at and a few of the
Did you Star Wars
ones, and also there for anybody that likes Supernatural. I did a couple of those ones as well. At the back of the Friends one, they've got loads and loads of cocktails. So we will do, Alicia, I'm going to drag you into this at some point. We will do an attempt at some of the Friends cocktails.
What I'll do is, I'll invite some girls over. And we'll do, a cocktail evening or something. But Mark's going to make the cocktail, so I'm thinking...
Well, I'll follow the recipe verbatim. So if you want to see some girls get very drunk on cocktails, we will do that as a separate video. Some of your friends get really drunk, but anyway, I only got onto that subject because we were talking about Niha and the friends.
But Niha's a bit young to.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So obviously not the drinking bit, Niha. That's not for you. But the cheesecake one, I thought you would enjoy.
Yeah.
I did actually buy. I don't know if anybody's interested in the series The Walking Dead. But I did buy the cookbook for Walking Dead. I've not looked at it yet, but I will have a look.
I'm just thinking, what could possibly be in The Walking Dead?
Alicia said, very delayed, but I've had a few nice Turkish ones around here, Mark. You missed out. Oh, I think I know the one you are at. I think I know the one you went to.
Yeah, there's a couple.
There's one in, there's a couple around here. So we did sample one, not a patch on the one in North London, but that was not the one you went to. So I will try that one.
We'll see.
We will see there as well. The critique. It'd be great actually if Georgina could try that actually, because then you could with your expertise do the comparisons as well. Do you have a favorite area, Georgina, that you go to for your Turkish and Greek Cypriot?
She just said they have some of the best in North
Not
London.
in North London, but I'm just saying North London's a big place. So is there anywhere specific you go to? So the ones I always recommend, like I say, Wood Green, Green Lanes. Those have got some really, really good quality restaurants in there. That would be my recommendation.
So what's been your favourite dish in a restaurant that you've had to date?
Oh, gosh, that's really difficult. That's a really difficult question. You're probably best to answer. I'll tell you why, because the difference between Kelly and I is that Kelly will go for, this is going to sound, this shows what a Philistine I am, right? And I'm just going to say it. Kelly will go for quality. So she's happy to have a very small dish if the quality is there. I will sacrifice a little bit of that quality for quantity.
A little bit?
Yeah, well...
We'll sack all
of it. That's not true. I wouldn't just eat food that I find revolting. But...
No, that is true.
I would, like I said, if someone said you can have the best food you've ever had, but it's an incredibly small portion, or you can have a food that's nice, but you get plentiful of it, I would go for the plentiful. Well, you would go for the incredible.
We say...
Sorry, Georgina said Green Lanes for sure. There you go. Now, that's from someone who's an expert. So you've had it there.
Now I'm gonna have to listen to that all night.
Oh yeah. Georgina, you made my day. Actually, you made my evening. Thank you.
We went on very early on. We went to a place in Brussels. It was our first trip to Brussels. So we'd been before, because we went on a day trip, but then we decided to go for a weekend, I think it was. And I believe it was in November, I think. And it rained a lot.
Yeah,
it rained a lot.
It did.
And we stayed in like a little bijou hotel that was above somewhere.
Georgie went, sorry, Kelly.
It's all right. We stayed in a little bijou hotel that was above somewhere. It was basic hotel. It was all right. But the breakfast, wow.
Oh, yeah, it was
the
terrible.
only thing that they did for breakfast was ham, cheese, boiled eggs, and toast, cereal.
Yeah.
That was pretty much it. Mark was fine with that. No. Mark had boiled eggs, he had toast and all that. I was miserable, right? I just thought, oh my god.
No, that's not strictly true. So basically, I did agree the food, but even though it was unlimited, I just didn't want it because the toast was really cold. It was scrambled egg as well. That was really, really cold. So, yeah, I'd had it. Well, you wouldn't eat it. It was very sloppy thing. And so that's what I'm saying. Although I could have eaten as much as I wanted, but I just couldn't eat it because it just was not that nice. So I wouldn't eat everything just because of the quantity. It has to be enjoyable.
Yeah.
But for me, I would sacrifice a little bit of the quality for the quantity. That's just mine. But Kelly will go purely for the quality.
I will go, yeah. It's don't get me wrong, there are places that I go that aren't like the highest of quality and things like that, because I'm not I will slum it at Nando's or wherever. Like,
don't say slum it. Some people really enjoy Nando's.
No, do you know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, with Nando's, it's very reasonably priced. You can go in there and spend probably 10-15 pounds, is what I mean. Not that it's bad food, because I like Nando's. That's what I'm saying. I will pay the 10 or 15 pounds, or the more reasonably priced restaurants. But what I'm saying is, when we went to a few all-you-can-eat restaurants in Vegas, all different types, low end, high end, all of that type of stuff. And there was one restaurant for me that stood above all the others, and I've mentioned this before. I think I mentioned it on Tuesday.
So I was just going to say, Neha said she would go for quality, over quantity.
Yeah, exactly. I think that the taste for me is more important. So we went to Mark loves buffets. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't mind a buffet, but I get tired when you're only going to buffets because it's mass produced and it's sitting there and you're going up and blah blah blah, and it could have been sitting there for ages or whatever. And when you mass produce, when you bake a cake, you put all your love and everything else when you bake a cake. If you have to bake 10 cakes, right, there's not going to be as much love in all those 10 cakes at however many, however long it's going to take you to do those 10 cakes, as there would be if you're doing one cake. And that's the principle that I apply to a buffet. So when you make a dish, you're going to put love in that dish. Although you might be making many dishes, you normally put the same amount of love. But when you are making a mass produced and you're just like this, there's not the love in it. So I feel like when we went to the buffet in Vegas, we went to Cosmopolitan, the Wicked Spoon, and I loved that buffet. And how they did their buffet is only when things started running out did they cook more. So it wasn't sitting there for ages, kind of thing. They would replenish as soon as people took, rather than it just sitting there for however many hours and things like that. That's what I like. So
Nahaz just said, Kelly and Mark, I saw your chocolate orange cupcake video. Well, Kelly did that one. and I made chocolate orange cupcakes a few days ago. You posted a video onto YouTube. What a coincidence. So did you see the video first and make them, or did you just happen to make them and then
saw the video? Yeah.
How were they as well? Did they turn out well?
Did you enjoy them?
Yeah. Oh, that sounds really, really good. I'd love to see yours, actually.
Yeah. Did you film it?
Yeah, did you film it?
Oh, I hope you filmed it.
Oh, it'd be good if you did. Oh, we're going, oh, we don't know.
You don't know. You could have filmed it. I baked a cake the other day, actually. I baked one for my cousin, and I need to put that up. I need to because I did film it, so I need to put that on. So basically, it was my cousin's birthday in August. However, he was doing his thing for his birthday. We were away and all of this type of stuff. So I didn't have a chance to do it. And then the following weekend we were busy, so I didn't have a chance. So I think it was about 3 weeks later, you know, my poor cousin, I then finally baked him this cake, and I gave it to him last weekend. Yeah, it was last weekend. And when my mum dropped it off, because he wasn't well, so I said to mum, oh, when you're going, because she goes to visit her sister very often, can you just drop this off to him? Anyway, so she dropped it off. She didn't tell him, oh, by the way, Kelly baked this for you. So everybody just thought, oh, it was for them. And when actually it was just for my cousin. So I rang him and I was like, oh, by the way, that cake is for you. It's for your birthday. We were busy. You were busy. So I didn't get a chance to do it. But anyway, I did film it and he did enjoy it.
So now, as said, I put Terry's chocolate orange mini chocolate pieces on the top too. It was so delicious. Oh, you also coloured the icing orange. Do you know what? You could almost have them like a Halloween cake as well if you make them later on this month.
Next month.
Yeah, next month. If you're interested, Kelly did do one with lemon. So it's actually got lemon flavoured cupcakes. Do you remember? You did do a lemon one on there. Yeah, there is what you did it a while ago.
I did cake jars.
Cake jars.
I did cake jars, which were lemon and poppy seed.
Oh yeah, they were really good as well.
That was a cake jar because you were eating the leftover cake bits.
I ate that. Oh yeah, Alicia was laughing at me because she said as well. You see, 1 second the camera's on it, and I've just then the next second I've eaten all the bits around it. I was jamming that cake. That's how good it was. So would you make, now you've made the orange one, would you make another flavour? And if you were to make another flavour for the cupcakes, what would you make? Yeah,
because I think I might have chocolate cherry cupcakes on there, maybe. I'll have to check that. But yeah, I've done chocolate cherry and the cake jars were the other ones that I did.
The cake jars.
So I did a chocolate cherry cake jar, which is the same recipe actually that you would do cupcakes with. And then I also did a lemon poppy seed cake jar.
That's really, I don't know what it is, but that poppy seed with the lemon, that was so nice.
And I did it with a cream cheese frosting.
Yeah, you did. You did. So was there another flavour you'd be interested in doing? It'd be interesting to see that, because I like the idea where you put the mini
chocolate orange, cherry chocolate orange. Yeah.
It makes a really, really good idea. I think that does, because that adds to it. One of the cocktails, actually, they did a chocolate orange. Oh, this won't be for you, but be a chocolate orange cocktail, and they actually said to put the pieces in it, so when it melts in with the actual cocktail.
That'd be quite nice.
I'm sure you could do a non-alcoholic version.
Oh God, yeah. You could probably do it with a chocolate milkshake. Definitely a nice. I love chocolate milkshake. I have one on Tuesday. I do. I love chocolate milkshake. And
we still haven't tried the velvetizer one. So Kelly bought. You might see one of the videos we did way ages ago. Kelly bought a velvetizer from Hotel Chocolat. And that makes the hot chocolate, but you can actually, with some of the recipes, you can actually make it and then let that cool. And then turn that obviously into a milkshake.
Yeah, and it would be an iced chocolate drink.
Yeah, because you got to leave it in the fridge for yonks. I do that sometimes with iced coffee, so I'll make it in the evening, let it cool, then put it in the fridge, and then in the morning I then have that. You
have that like a little bit like a frap sort of.
That's really nice.
You could blend ice in that.
Have it with the cream.
Oh, right, okay. I was gonna say you could blend ice in that. But yeah, what did I make for my friend the other time, because she likes the cakes as well. I made her a chocolate apricot, and I actually put jam in the chocolate in the batter. Do you call it batter? cake batter?
Yeah,
Cake batter?
cake batter.
So in the cake batter, I actually put jam. So with the cake batter that I do, it actually, so you melt the butter. Once the butter's almost melted, you add the chocolate. You do it in a heavy bottom pan, so you don't have to do it in a bain marie. So so when you do it in a heavy bottom pan and the butter is almost melting, you add the chocolate. Then you can add your flour, and I also add a pot of jam in that. And you add a bit of salt and all sorts of stuff. So when you do that, the jam, so if you've got like a strawberry jam, or if you've got a cherry jam, or if you've got, you know, an apricot jam, you get the lovely bits of pieces that you bite into inside the cake after it's baked, and it's really quite delicious. I really recommend putting a pot of jam in it, but only if you're doing it with real chocolate rather than cocoa powder.
I've got to say, when you put the jam in it, it really does give a new dimension to it. The cherry jam in with cherry jam in with chocolate cake batter is really, really nice. I didn't realize how nice that was until you did it. It was really good, and you get that cherry chocolate combo, which is really good. And
it also will make the cake light, fluffy, crumbly. Do you know what I mean? Rather than it won't be stodgy, let's say, or it wouldn't be dried out and things like that. And when you do cupcakes anyway, it only bakes in 25 minutes. So, you know, you could do that, do the cupcakes, 25 minutes, boom, it's done. But yeah, at Christmas time, last Christmas, I did doorstep visits. So I baked a load of cupcakes for different members of the family. And I just went and did doorstep visits and dropped off a selection of cupcakes. So I bought these like little presentation boxes, cupcake boxes and stuff. Stop looking at the chocolates.
Oh, do you know what?
While I was looking at the chocolates, right?
I'm getting distracted. So we're talking about hotel chocolate. Kelly's got all these chocolates, these hotel chocolates right next. And I'm just, my eye is look at that. That lovely slab of chocolate. And then there's another one here, which is salted caramel. Was it salted caramel and butterscotch milkshake flavor? You've got fudge sundaes right here. Then she's got Florentine, which is, it looks like what do you call them, cornflakes on the top of that. And then she's wondered why I'm getting distracted of looking at that.
Can you imagine?
Anyway, sorry, I interrupted. Go on, carry on.
Yeah, so you know, to add jam to the batter will make the cake a lot lighter. It won't dry it out or anything like that. Be nice. Then you wait for it to cool and you top it with whatever frosting it is. So, you know, but I don't know if it would work with cocoa powder batter. I think it would work more. It works more with actual chocolate. I'm looking at all my chocolates because I've got all my cooking chocolate here.
We've got loads of food. Or you can't see it obviously, but either side there's so much.
There's so much.
We keep it.
What it is because I tend to do a lot of baking and I don't have enough space in the kitchen. A lot of my baking stuff ends up on the table. So I've got these sort of clear boxes. I don't know if I can.
That's why I leave them there, because don't bring them down.
Don't bring them down.
What ends up happening is I have to then put them back. They fall on the floor.
It's not going to fall on the floor.
If they're heavy.
It is heavy. Actually, I can't get it.
That's what I was going to say.
So you know, I've got like walnuts on there to go in my carrot cake and whatnot, and then inevitably Mark decides he wants to cook or bake something, and then he'll say to me, "Oh, do we have blah blah blah, or do we have blah blah blah?"
Good job, we got a lot of blah 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 in. Yeah, it's things like baking powder and stuff like that. I mean, I never pay attention to whether we got it in or not. And to be fair, actually, but we don't do so many baking videos actually because they don't always do so well. I think our videos that tend to do better are things like when we review restaurants or review holidays or things like that.
Or we buy something and we review it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. As opposed to the one, but I do enjoy doing them because it's just something a little bit different. So, like I said, with like Nihal was saying as well, when I did the French cheesecake, a viewer actually asked, could we do the French cheesecake?
Yeah, a viewer did, Phoebe.
So Phoebe, if you're watching, it is on there. I uploaded it. I did
It's
it for
done.
you. I hope you get to see it. But yeah, we did and Neha, I know you would like it as well. So we did it for you guys to do. But if there is another request you'd like us to make.
Yeah, I always get scared when Mark says, "Oh yeah." If there's anything you'd like to suggest, or if there's because I think to myself, "Oh my god, what's someone gonna
Well,
suggest?"
no, but obviously we'll do it if we can do it. I mean, if you say, "Can you skydive?" I'm gonna say like, "I can't. I'm afraid." It's not. But you know, if it's a friend's recipe that you can do. What was you're a bigger Friends fan than I am.
Yeah.
But it was really good that somebody's actually gone through, looked at every episode and said, right, how can I do a recipe for something that's been in that episode?
Yeah.
So there is for the lot of the episode, and it does say in the cookbook which episode it relates to and how you made it. So
you know, you got Joey's meatball sub in there,
that's in there.
and things like that. So and the Joey special 2 pizzas.
Yeah, that's in there. There's other ones as well. The ones I did was eggs a la Eddie.
Oh yeah.
So when
eggs a la Chandler.
But Eddie moves in and he says to what does he say? Joey says to Chandler, "Whose eggs do you prefer?" So these are Eddie's eggs recipe he makes for Chandler. That was that one. And then Janice makes pancakes for Chandler one time because she said. There's one of the episodes says, "Oh, you know, you sit back, I'll make the pancakes for you." So those are, and I've done that one as well. Oh my god, pancakes they were called. So
oh my god,
I can't do that, but yeah. So that is in there, and I did those ones, but there are plenty of other recipes in there.
Yeah, it's a book full of recipes.
Believe it or not, the one where Rachel mixes up the trifle and the
the shepherd's pie.
The shepherd's pie. They've actually done that recipe. It's very clever how they've done it. So they realised to do a meat trifle, they actually put bacon bits on the top to add it in. So I think that's the closest as they would go in there. But they actually attempted to make the trifle.
Yeah, I think. Do you know what it is though? When they put the bacon pieces on, because a lot of things are now. A lot of people like sweet and savoury things.
Yeah, especially in America.
Yeah, I mean, do you know what? We tried. I don't know if I ever put that video up or where it would be, but we tried. We went to Voodoo Donuts.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say Voodoo Donuts. Yeah.
Went to Voodoo Donuts. Voodoo Donuts. We went to Voodoo Donuts, and Mark's. I think it was actually your brother who picked it up because they went there because we went somewhere else. I think.
Yeah. So if you're watching, I know Ben, you did the video. You and Siobhan did the video of the. I'm sure they did the. Didn't they have the violet one?
The purple one?
Yeah, the purple one. Was it violet?
I don't know. It was grape. It was grape. And I know Siobhan absolutely loved that that donut. They went to Universal that day, and that's where Voodoo Donuts is. Is on
international.
Not on international. As you City Walk. That's what I want to say. So
in Universal Studios, that's in Florida.
Yeah. So Voodoo Donuts is there, and they went there for the day or something. I can't remember. We ended up doing something else. Anyway, when they came back, they brought Voodoo Donuts, and they brought me back because I said I'd like to try the maple bacon. So they brought me back the maple bacon, and I tried it, and it was just. The actual donut itself with the maple syrup on was delicious. The bacon was delicious, but the two together...
It's not your thing.
It wasn't that it wasn't my thing. It was just that the texture of the donut didn't go with the texture of the bacon. And so that in turn didn't... The savouriness of the bacon did not go with the donut. However, I can have bacon and pancakes and syrup. So bacon, pancakes and syrup are fine. But the texture of the donut with bacon just didn't do it for me. Now, I know at the moment they've got a place in, I believe it's in Disney Springs, where they have like these chicken donuts seem to be the thing at the moment, which is donut with chicken.
Fried chicken.
Yeah, fried chicken in between a donut. Now, I don't know how the texture of a donut is light, it's fluffy, it's... You know, I really enjoy donuts. So to have it with something like chicken, I don't know how that's going to play out.
The best way to describe it is imagine if you've got a plain donut with no jam in it, you cut it in half, and then you get some KFC chicken, put that in the middle, and then sandwich it in. So that's pretty much what you're eating.
Yeah, but it's the donut is glazed. It's a glazed donut. It's a sweet glazed donut. but it just doesn't have the filling in between. But some of them are with holes, so they're just like normal glazed donuts. They're not the dome donuts that you normally fill. They're just the circle, the ones with the holes. Yeah, it looks like a bagel basically. So I don't know how I would feel about that. Don't get me wrong, I will try it, because I will try that, but I don't know if I would like the texture of a donut with chicken.
Well, I wouldn't eat it, but I wonder if you would eat it. I would
try it.
I would try. Yeah, see, because this is a new thing. So when you have like a rather than the burger buns, they're now using donuts. So
yeah,
this is a new thing. So I mean, if it's not unhealthy enough, you want to put donuts in with it.
Yeah, that's bad things.
I would try a vegetarian patty in a donut. I would try.
You?
I would try.
They would do a vegetarian version, definitely,
yeah,
for sure.
So I would try that. But I don't know. Would you guys be adventurous? Would you try that? So would you try? So rather than, if you took an ordinary burger, those of you who eat burgers, rather than the two buns, bread buns, would you have it in a donut? So
sandwiched in a donut.
So they would cut the donut in half, plain donut or glazed donut, and then you would put your burger bun in there. Or would you have it with chicken? Would you try that?
I would definitely try it. I don't think I would enjoy it, but I would be open-minded to try it. So I would try that. Like I said, I do like sweet and savory. Like I like sweet and salty popcorn and things like that.
Yeah.
I like bacon and pancakes with syrup. I even like caramelized onion sausages with bacon and pancakes and syrup and things like that. However, I didn't like the texture of the donut and the bacon. I felt I don't know what it was, but I liked the donut on its own with the maple syrup and all of that. And I also liked the maple syrup with the bacon. But to have the donut and the bacon together, just for me, didn't go.
How unhealthy would you go with it? So would you go, right, try this then. So would you have donut, chicken, donut? You try that. Would you go donut, chicken, donut with gravy in?
No.
Would you go donut, chicken, donut, and would you have cheese in?
No.
All right, so you're not going to go that unhealthy. So you will go for the minimum donut.
Yeah,
chicken,
but
donut.
Also you're saying minimum. I don't know if I would eat it all.
Oh yeah, true. But you would try that.
I would definitely try it.
You would try it, but because you're saying no, you wouldn't try it with the gravy and the cheese.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't try it with the gravy and the cheese because I don't like soggy food.
No,
so
okay, fair enough.
I would definitely not try it with gravy. And I don't. And do you know what? When we went to Harry Potter, when we went to Warner Brothers Studios, they did a chicken burger, and I actually went for the chicken burger, but I didn't like the cheese. I took the cheese out.
Well, you know, there's nothing worse than that. You know, when you do get a burger and it's got cheese in it, for some reason they go for the cheapest cheese.
Which is fine because I think...
No, it's not fine.
No,
it's not fine though.
Listen, because he don't eat no burger, so he don't know.
I do have veggie burger.
Veggie burger, yeah, but it's not the same as a meat burger.
No.
When you have your... A lot of places will do like if you're brought up and you're used to McDonald's, which a lot of people are, it would be like, you know, a slice of I don't know what they call it, whether they call it American cheese,
processed cheese.
But it's a piece of processed cheese. However, but not just any processed cheese, because there are other processed cheeses that are very strong in taste that do not go with whatever it is that they're serving.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming it's like a little bit like that Kraft cheese, you know, that orangey Kraft cheese that you pop on top and all of that. I don't know if that's the cheese that they use, but it's very similar. So that being said, when you use a strong, say like for me, like a Swiss cheese or something like that, it's a bit of an acquired taste, I feel, because you're used to having one type of cheese. Because if you're young and your parents took you to McDonald's or whatever, I'm not saying took you on the regular, like once a week you'll go to McDonald's or whatever, but you'd have McDonald's as a treat every now and again, so you're used to that. So when you then go somewhere and like they in where is it now? Is it in Eat or in one of the other sort of like breakfasty morning type restaurants? I can't remember if it's Eat or I think it is Eat. They use Jarlsberg cheese.
What's Jarlsberg cheese?
It's almost like a Swiss. It's like a Swiss cheese
Oh,
almost.
okay.
Jarlsberg cheese with ham in a toasted croissant. I like ham and cheese in a toasted croissant.
Yeah, you do.
Love it. But I don't like Jarlsberg cheese toasted in with a ham and cheese croissant. But I will make a ham and cheese croissant at home. And I really enjoy ham and cheese croissant.
Yeah, you do. Kelly really. Actually, when you go to Press a Manger, they do that, don't they?
Yeah.
The ham and cheese croissant. And I think that's how you. Is that how you discovered it?
No.
Oh.
When I was younger, my granddad always had croissants. So because our family are, from Mauritius and France, we would have things like a lot of saucisson, a lot of croissants, all of that type of stuff.
Samuel, hello.
Hey, how are you? Hope you're well.
You good?
So I was brought up on a lot of things like croissant pastries, all of that type of stuff, and cold meat like saucissons, things like that, and different cheeses and things like that. So.
Oh, sorry, I'm going to cut you there because Samuel's done a really good question. He said, "Would you go for crosstown or donut time?"
Do you know what?
Have we done crosstown?
We haven't done crosstown. I was in Spitalfield Market, and I thought to myself, "Oh, they've got a crosstown donut here." There was a queue, and I thought, "Oh, I must get this." But we wanted to go to Italy to check out that food market, so I didn't get a time to buy. Then we were somewhere else, and I needed to get it, and I didn't get it then. But I'm definitely going to try crosstown donuts.
Let's try it tomorrow.
If you want to try that tomorrow, okay, tomorrow.
Because Samuel has just said crosstown fan 100%.
Wow. All right.
Right.
Challenge accepted.
Thank you, Samuel.
Tomorrow.
You've given us something to go for. They're so good, he said. Right.
All right. What's your favourite? What would you recommend?
Yeah, so 4, actually, that's a brilliant thing there.
He's excited now. He's excited.
I was going to say, actually, because we've not done crosstown. I didn't think when you said that, I said to you, have we done it?
I was going to order it, but it was really expensive to order. It was something like, it was more, I mean.
Is it more expensive than?
Yeah, donut time. Donut time was 26 to order.
That's 6 donuts for £26.
20, yeah. And I was going to order crosstown, but it worked out even more. But I think because they might be a little bit further out, maybe, and that's why it was a bit more expensive.
So, Samuel, what is your recommendation if we were to go? Yes, they're sourdough donuts, so the texture for me is beautiful. Oh, that's interesting. What would you recommend? So, if we were recommending to anybody watching that hasn't tried donut time, because we haven't tried the crosstown, what would you recommend? For do your recommendations and I'll do mine. Do
you know what? I really enjoyed, if we're talking about the texture of donuts.
Or just in general, what would you recommend? So if someone said to you, Kelly, I'm thinking about going to donut time. What one should I go for? That's what I mean. Because we've just asked Samuel to recommend us.
The donut that I like, they don't do anymore.
No, but it's somebody now. So somebody now.
I haven't had, I don't know what their specials are because we haven't had them for a while.
I'll go.
Okay.
So basically, if you like chocolate, I would definitely recommend Stranger Rings. Stranger Rings got a really deep chocolate taste. So it's a round donut with the.
I don't think they're doing that anymore because that was a special. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Or we could try. Or the one they seem to always have is the Bueno Mars. So that's Kinder
Bueno Mars. Yeah, they've got
fantastic.
And Biscoff.
I don't think they're doing it anymore, but it was the J-Lo one. So it's peanut butter and jam. That was delicious.
Yeah, that was delicious.
Really,
that's what I said. He was getting annoyed with me, and I'm like, well, hang on a second. They only do specials. The special that I liked was the Oh My Lord.
Oh, the Oh My Lord was fantastic.
Yeah, that was really delicious. I'm so heartbroken. They haven't even brought it back. I don't know. They might do the PB and J-Lo. They might bring that one back.
PB and J-Lo,
that was delicious as well.
That would be our recommendation. Now, funny enough, while we've been talking, so Nihar said, I haven't ever tried crosstown or donut time before. I've never heard of them. Nihar, Google them.
Yeah.
If you can, Google donut time and Google the crosstown one. Look at the donuts. They are huge.
They're huge. They are expensive.
Yeah.
They are expensive than normal donuts.
You can also have a look at one of our videos. If you look in our selection, we have done donut time several times. So have a look, but we haven't done. Now, Samuel's come back to us and said, I love the peanut butter and blackcurrant one.
I'm trying it. I'm trying it tomorrow. I'm trying it.
It's my go-to, 100%. Right, we are going to try
I'm trying it.
What I love about, so Samuel said, what I love about Crosstown is the most of the flavors are based on the season. So we're in, it changes quite often. Do you know what?
Donut Time do the same.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
And I was going to say, actually, I'm really hoping they do something based upon pumpkin.
Pumpkin.
Because we're coming up to Halloween.
Did do pumpkin before.
Well, I'm just thinking for Crosstown, because if we don't check it, we'll do that. Sandra, thank you so much.
Yeah.
We will try. We'll definitely try the peanut butter.
I'll have to find out where there is one in Central. I know they are around, because I've seen them twice or 3 times now. Once I know I definitely saw one in Spitalfields, and I thought, oh yeah, I must bring some donuts home for me and Mark, and I definitely wanted. Crosstown was on my list to try. And then I went somewhere else and I saw it, and I thought, oh, I must queue up, because every time I see it, there's always a queue.
Well, do you know what? We went to Borough Market. We haven't uploaded it yet. We must upload that one, because that was another one was on our to-do list. But we did try, was it the Bread Box? I've forgotten the name of the place.
Bread Ahead.
Bread Ahead. So Bread Ahead do their own version of donut, and we ordered 4 or 5 of theirs to try. So we will upload. Bread Ahead were really, really good. For me, Donut Time slightly edge Bread Ahead. I don't know how you feel.
Right.
Here we go.
This is what I like. This is what I like about Donut Time, and this is what I like about Bread Ahead. Now, for me, Bread Ahead's texture of donut was on point. That was on point.
Beautiful.
I can't deny that the texture of their donuts was light. It was fluffy, blah, blah, blah. However, those particular donuts that they do, they fill it with different fillings. But I think we got pistachio, we got
lemon curd,
blah, blah, blah. But for me, for that texture of donut, I associated it with jam. We didn't get a jam one because I saw one and it had so many seeds in it. Sometimes when you see jam with so many seeds in it, it puts me off a little bit. So I didn't. I saw it then. I really wanted to get the jam one, but I didn't. So we went for there was one that had honeycomb in it, pistachio. I think it might have been a mango curd. Passion fruit curd or something like that. So we did that. The texture of that donut, I think, is the best texture that I've had of donut. It was light, it was fluffy. However, the filling did not bring it home for me. Donut Time, I really enjoy their donuts. I enjoy the taste of them, but it's more, I think with Donut Time, they do really good fillings and they do really good toppings. And I think that actually makes the donut. But if you're talking about texture, it's got to be Bread Ahead. But if you're talking about toppings and fillings, it's got to be Donut Time.
Do you know what? I agree with Kelly. I don't always agree because you've got different tastes, but I agree with Kelly 100%. That bread, and funny enough, when we went to Bread Ahead, you could see behind the cellar the glass windows, and you see the guys actually making it there fresh. Yeah. Now I know Donut Time are fresh as well, but they are brought in from Reading, I believe, into London.
Right.
So right, we've got a few messages. So Nihal said, "Oh my God, I've just searched. They are huge.
They're huge.
They are really big."
Yeah.
Nihal, I'm not gonna lie, they're like this. Some of them are ginormous. They're about £4.50 each, so that's the reason why they're so expensive. You've got the big filling and they're huge. Right, Samuel said also they do a few donuts they call cake dough. So it's basically a donut that's cake texture. They're so moist and honestly game-changing. Right, we will try that.
I'm a lover of cake and donuts, I'm not gonna lie.
So Samuel also says, for me, Donut Time are just too sweet. And on the too processed side of the top, oh, that's interesting. Crosstown make each donut and all the toppings themselves, so I feel that they win for me. Right. Okay. We will take that challenge.
I'm always open to finding new places, new donuts, all of that type of stuff. So I have, like I said, Crosstown's been on my list for a while. I was going to order Crosstown, but it was more expensive than it was to order Donut Time. But yeah, I do understand what you're saying about the sweetness of the donuts, but the ones I feel that we've tried haven't been too. There was one that I tried that was a little bit too sweet, and I can't remember which one it was.
Oh, Donut Time.
Yeah, Donut Time, but that was the only one. The other ones, the sweetness wasn't as powerful as, but I do know what I understand where you're coming from and what you're saying.
Funny enough, did we do the summer selection, the picnic? selection,
the
didn't
picnic,
we?
yeah.
So if you do get a chance, we did upload the donut time picnic selection, which you can't get at the moment. And we found that very, very samey. All 6 donuts tasted very, very similar.
They tasted good. I really enjoyed the donut. But if I'm gonna buy 6 donuts, I want each donut to taste differently. Whether that be with regards to toppings or whether that be regards with filling. I want each donut. I bought 6 donuts. I want each donut to be different. I don't want them to be all the same. Now, it's unusual that happened with donut time, because we've had donut time many times, and each donut that we've had tastes different and delicious and different. However, that picnic one, they all pretty much taste the same.
I wouldn't recommend the picnic one, but I would recommend getting a
I think they've stopped doing that one.
Yeah, I think so. And they're a 6-pack. Right, so Nihar said, to be fair, I'm very healthy and I don't eat sweet stuff as much, and I don't really drink fizzy drinks.
Good for you.
You will have lovely teeth for many years. So well done.
Good for you. Good for you.
Samuel says, my go-to from Crosstown is definitely peanut butter and blackcurrant.
That sounds awesome.
You have sold it for us.
Yep. Just with that.
Kelly and I love the peanut butter one, so we will probably get that one. You also have matcha tea cake. Now, I'm not a big fan of matcha, but that's interesting. Tongan vanilla bean glaze, which is a classic. Homemade raspberry jam and chocolate orange cake dough. Now, that's interesting because Nihar baked those chocolate orange cakes. So I wonder if that will be similar. Samuel also said peanut butter and blackcurrant and chocolate orange are a must.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
Because I would get chocolate orange anyway, because I do love the flavors of chocolate orange. So I will definitely try chocolate orange. Sold me at the word peanut butter. The fact that it's got blackcurrant is even more awesome. And I think I don't even know what I would prefer, raspberry jelly or blackcurrant jelly, but I think I would probably lean towards blackcurrant.
Do you know what? This is why Kelly and I love doing the lives, because you guys come up with the ideas and it really gives us good direction. And this is what we do. We sort of pick ideas from you guys and we love to share as well.
Yeah.
Samuel said the matcha one is fantastic as it's a mix with white chocolate glaze and it's sweet.
Oh.
I was a bit optimistic at first, but the second I got into it, I was in love. Wow.
All right.
Nihar said, Kelly and Mark, if I were to ask you what your all-time favorite place would be to eat and drink, where would it be? And you can only choose one. Oh, Nihar, that's so difficult. So you're saying we're only allowed to choose one place to eat and drink, or eat stroke drink. So basically, we're only Samuel said, do you guys have an Insta? I'll drop you both a follow. We don't actually, do we?
I don't, but I do. We do have a TikTok.
Yeah.
And oh no, hold on. I did start an Insta.
Did you?
I did.
I didn't even know that.
But I don't really. The thing is, we mainly do YouTube.
Yeah.
But I do have an Insta. And you will probably be my second or third follower. And it will be under Mark and Kelly's Trips, Tips and Things.
Oh, Samuel said, yeah, me too. I'll follow you there too. Oh, bless you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And the TikTok, again, is the same, Mark and Kelly's Trips, Tips and Things. And if you ever want to drop me an email, it's on our About page, because I'm the one that tends to sort of keep up with the TikToks. Do you know what? I don't tend to do Insta so much.
Nihal's not allowed both. That's okay.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry.
Follow us on.
You follow us on YouTube. That's absolutely fine. Don't be silly. That's okay.
We tend to go on. We were going to look at Twitter as well, but it didn't really work out as well. Sammy said, all I post on Instagram and TikTok is food related stuff. Same with us.
Same with us, pretty much. We love food, but we love different aspects of food. Like you like different things.
Yeah,
and he sort of does it from the pescatarian, vegetarian point of view. And I tend to do from the meat.
Nahar asked, do we have Snapchat?
Do you know what? I do have Snapchat, but I don't use. I think I've got everything, but I don't use it. Somebody was asking me about Facebook the other day, and I don't use that. But But let me tell you,
right now, while Kelly's
don't be disappointed if you don't see me or us on it, because I don't use it that often. It's only really YouTube that I use. But I am on Snapchat. I have to find it because it's been about a year since I've been on it. That's how much I'm not on it. Normally, I would use the filters on it.
That's the ghost icon, isn't it?
Yeah, but let me figure it out.
So while Kelly's doing that, I'm going to go serious business now.
Okay, serious business. Sorry, let me put my phone down. Serious business.
I don't know why I did that, just for dramatic effect. Right. The very, very, very hard question by Neha was that. Neha asked, what is, you're only allowed, so the thing is, and we're going to fire this one back to you guys as well, because it's a very good question. The question is, what is the one you're allowed to eat in one place?
I think I've already got it in my mind.
I have too. One place only. Where would you go to eat?
Go on, you go.
You sure?
Yeah.
You want to go? So my one place, and I'm hoping it's the same as yours.
It won't be, but
no, it won't.
Oh, it might be.
It might be.
It might be, because I think I know what you're going to say. Go on.
So mine's going to be a buffet.
Yeah, obviously.
Samuel said he's followed our TikTok but can't find the Instagram. Right. So the one place I would eat, now you guys probably may not been here, but in Las Vegas, in the United States, buffet. Mine's always going to be a buffet because that's my favorite place to eat. There's a restaurant called the Wicked Spoon. We have done a video there in the Cosmopolitan restaurant. Okay, so that would be the place I would go to, purely because you can eat as much as you like. The food there is absolutely fantastic, and there's a big wide range of it there. For UK, if you're talking about England, it would probably be, it's really hard, I'm going to say it because there's so many places. I would probably go for a pizza place, and one of my favorite is probably Rosa Pomodoro. That's mine.
There's no with the Instagram, I'm just having a look at it. It's Mark and Kelly trip tips and things, because it wouldn't allow me to put the Kellys. So if you look for Mark and Kelly trip, it should come up, trip tips and things.
Nahar said buffets are great. They're my favorite. And the reason they're my favorite is I can eat as much as I like. I can mix up the different types. Also, so if I try something and I don't like it, I've not ruined the meal, because I can just go on to something else.
Okay, so
I've done mine.
If you are talking about buffet, I agree with Mark. It would be the Wicked Spoon, because that's the best buffet that I've tried.
Well, Nahar said anywhere, so you've got to pick your one place. Buffet anywhere, doesn't matter. You've got to pick your one place.
My one place, the restaurant that I like, is actually in Lanzarote, and it's called La Cabana.
Again, which we have videos.
Yes, we have videos of La Cabana in Lanzarote, and I have tried many dishes, and I've never been disappointed with the dish at La Cabana.
UK. So we say UK because just in case you guys haven't been to any of those places as well, where in the UK would it be? Now that's going to be tough for Kelly actually, because there's a lot of places Kelly likes to go. For me, I
don't know if I could choose one over the other.
Oh, sorry, I'm changing mine. I said Rosa Pomodoro, and that is silly. I'm going the Ned. The Ned. So if you've seen our video, it's the Ned's. Yeah. Ned's Feast, which we've done a couple on there as well. That was a buffet, and that was amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, Samuel said, have you ever been to Jape's in Soho? No, we haven't. Would you recommend?
Do you know what? I don't go to a lot of restaurants in Soho, I've got to say.
I'm laughing because Neha said, I'm getting your brains working. You are. Both of us sitting there going, I don't know.
I can't think of a place in London. I can only think of places.
Anywhere in England. I've done mine. So all time would be Wicked Spoon in Las Vegas. In London, and it comes a close second actually as well, will be the Ned. That's my two favorite restaurants. So Nihal, back to you. If I said to you, where would the one place you would go, where would it be? Samuel said, best pizza I've ever had. It's proper deep pan pizza from back in the day, and the cheese pool is incredible. Honestly, couldn't recommend it enough.
And what is it called?
It's called Japes.
In Soho. Oh, we could try that tomorrow if you wanted to.
You may, Samuel, you may have set
I'll
our
check
next
the
2 videos.
I will check the hey guys.
Hey Evelyn,
She's put, hey guys. Hey Eve, how are you?
How are you? You good? Thank you for joining.
Thank you for joining us. I've been thinking about you over the last few days. I thought I must call Evelyn and see how she is.
Now you can see.
Now you can see.
Thank you, Samuel. Really thank you. Japes in Crosstown Ultimate Combo. We will. Oh yeah, I was going to say actually, we go to Japes in Crosstown.
Yeah, and that means that I could go to Minalima.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to pick up a couple of things in Minalima.
Oh, now I said Bubbleology. Now,
is that the bubble tea?
Yeah, is that that's what I was going to say. Is that bubble tea?
I've not tried it yet. It's so popular, and it's one of the things I haven't tried.
Where is there one particular place that you go to? Is it in London or is it somewhere else that you would go for Bubbleology? That rings a bell, and I wonder, is it bubble tea or is it? Are you talking about just the drink?
Let me Google it.
Kelly's going to Google. Also, Weiss and Soho. Have you ever tried creme? Best cookies. You're giving us all these brilliant tips.
Creme is that with a K though? Creme. You know, is that with the red? Is it in red writing?
You're thinking.
No, I'm not Krispy Kremes. No. Is it in red writing? Because I believe we did, but we tried the one in Brussels, I think.
Even said having drinks at the Slug and Lettuce. I hope you're not on a date and he's boring you, so you've logged into us.
Creme cookies. No, it is with a C. Let me have a look.
So we are going to look at both. We're going to Google creme and we're going to Google bubble. What was the one? I've lost it. My mind's got Bubbleology.
Bubbleology. Right. I'm just having a look at creme.
So we're looking at creme. I'm saying creme with a
French
accent.
With a French accent. I'm thinking.
From le creme. Oh wow!
Okay. Oh my God! They're giant. Wow. Right. All right.
Do you know what we might? I don't think I can do creme, Crosstown, and Japes.
I'll be bringing it home
in one go.
I'll be bringing it home. Okay, so the other one is Bubbleology.
Thick cookies. I'm gonna say we're just looking at them.
Yeah.
They look amazing. Oh, thank you so much, Sam. You've given us some really good videos to do.
Yes, that's the bubble tea. Yeah. I've seen this. And they do a mermaid one as well, and they also do the waffles. There is one, and you know where it is? Chinatown. That's where it is. There's one there.
And Nihar's just said you have to try it. It's amazing.
Yeah.
What would you recommend, Nihar? If we were to go there, what would you suggest we have? Would you suggest we go for the crepes, or would we go for the
waffles, the bubble waffles?
Sorry, the bubble waffle, or should we go for the drink, or should we go for both? And if we go for anything, what flavour would you recommend we go for?
I would definitely like to. Do you know what? I've been meaning to try bubble tea for so long, and I've not tried it. It's a sin that we haven't tried it.
So we need to write these down, actually, because there's several here.
As if I'm going to forget.
Oh, yeah, Kelly won't forget.
I won't forget, but I will write it down just in case.
So we've got... So there's several recommendations there.
Hold up a pen.
Oh, let me grab a pen. Guys... Excuse me 1 second. I'm going to get a pen just so we can write these down. Look at that. That's handy, isn't it? I'm in my shorts.
Let's have a look.
So we've got several recommendations. So our first recommendation, while you find a page.
Yeah.
So we need to find a spare page. And I'm just waiting for see what Nihar is going to recommend. Well,
okay, so we're looking at Japes, was it?
We're Japes. So Japes was Samuel's recommendation.
Japes. And is that cookies?
That's the...
Oh, no, that's Creme's cookies.
That's the Creme's cookie. Japes is the pizza.
Pizza.
Right.
Okay. Pizza, and it's Soho.
Yeah, pizza in Soho. Right, so that's the Japes recommendation. So the other recommendation from Samuel was the Crosstown Donuts.
Crosstown Donuts, which it's been on my list for ages.
Oh, look at that. And Samuel's even written it for us. And then the creme was the cookies.
Donuts. And where is creme based? I'll have to have a look up.
Yeah, well, don't we? We'll Google all this.
Yeah.
And then Nihar's recommendation was the Bubbleology.
Bubbleology.
And Nihar's just responded and said, I would recommend the Pixie.
Ah.
Now, what flavour's the pixie? Or is that, I'm assuming that's a dish they just call the pixie. But what flavour's the pixie? That's all right.
Spelling, I think. Bubbleology, which is bubble tea.
Bubble tea. Samuel said it's a solo independent store, so there is only one in the world. It's legit right centre Soho. Well, actual fact, that would work for us because it'll all be in the same vicinity.
And Mililima will be there as well.
Yeah, and Kelly loves Mililima, so again, we'll go back there. And I know Minnie will hopefully will be catching up with this later if you do watch it, Minnie. So we will be going back to. I know you're at school, so I hope it all went well. Hope when you come back, it all.
I hope you had a really good first day at school.
Yeah, and also as well, that's just our little cue to say we will be going to Mililima. Ever tried pasta del natas? You've done that, haven't you?
He won't try pasta out.
Oh, would do for.
Oh, is it pastéis de natas?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, pastéis de natas. Yes, I have, and I also tried the one. Could you try it on Portugal Day? Yes, Portugal Day. Where I used to work, there used to be a Portugal Day, and all the Portuguese would get together and buy pretty much like over 100 of these pastéis de natas. Now, that comes from a region of Portugal, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, is this the egg cake?
Yeah, this is the custard tart.
Yeah, that's
the
right.
baked custard tart. And I think the pastiche, or I don't know if I'm pronouncing it, pastiche de natas or pastiche de natas, comes from a specific region. And it's made in a specific way, I think. And it's very well known. Apparently.
Yeah, I think we were looking at, it was on Bake Off, I think, wasn't it? They had to make it. And they were saying the reason the recipe came from, apparently, they used to use many years ago. I think it was local, it was in a monastery, and the monks used to use egg white to clean clothes. So they had all these spare egg yolks. So that's how the recipe came about. They've developed a recipe for that. So Nihar said the pixie is strawberry and passion fruit.
Oh.
There we go. Thank you. Samuel said, see, I love them. Egg custard on the other hand. I can't stand them.
Yeah. I will eat one, like, so whenever it was Portugal Day and they brought it in, I would eat one, but it's not my favorite.
You don't like custard though, do you? You're not
I'm not a big. I like thin custard. I just don't like thick custard. But a lot of people like thick custard. I think for them it's nostalgia, because obviously when you're at school and you have cake and custard, the custard is always thick.
It is thick.
People know it as bird's custard, and that's what people enjoy. But I prefer a more very thin custard, almost like a sauce anglaise or something like that, which is the French for custard. But also I like the ones that you get in, you know, like if you have like an apricot croissant. So or is it, no, because they don't call it an apricot Danish. I think it's an apricot croissant. So it's flat, and you have two halves of an apricot on each end, with a nice sort of like what you would get in the sort of custard you get in a tart. So like in a strawberry tart, that type of custard I enjoy.
Yes.
Yeah, that sort of thing I enjoy. I'm not a lover of the thick custards. So the thick custards is a bit of a no for me. But the thin custards, like you would get in a custard tart, like you would get in a strawberry tart, or like you would get in the croissant, that I like. That is just I really enjoy that. But I'm looking forward to trying these places.
Yeah, I
know you're looking forward to the pizza.
So do you know what? This will be so funny. Can you imagine? So our day will be pizza, then donuts, then cookies, then bubble tea, and then pass out. So all that sugar high. I'm not sure we'll be able to do it all in one day, but we can definitely give it a go.
I won't be able to eat all of that in one day, but for me, I will eat the pizza. I definitely won't. After pizza, I probably won't eat anything after that, because pizza's quite filling for me. However, we will get a portion of the crosstown donuts and the creme cookies, and we'll bring them home.
Yeah, we could do that.
That's what I will do. I'll bring them home, and we can do a video trying them at home. But I would definitely be able to get the bubble tea.
Yeah.
So the bubble tea and the pizza, I'll be able to do in the one day, and then later on, much later in the evening, I will be able to do the the cookies and the donut.
Well, so we'll see how we go. We
Yeah.
might not be able to do it on one day. So I'll send you some photos of what I had at Jape's on Instagram.
Yes,
please do. Yeah, that would be brilliant.
You can even send it to me on email. The email's on the about page. So if you want to send me an email, I normally check all the sort of social media stuff. So definitely, I'm happy to take a look. I'll be very interested to see, what it looks like and how it is. Yeah.
Oh, Nahar said, I have a recommendation. So you know you like to bring drinks to every live stream. Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
You could maybe bring a bubble tea, the Pixie. Do you know, is there one that we... So what normally happens, Nahar, is that we order them in. The reason being is because I'm working and obviously Kelly's doing her bits as well, we don't get a chance to go out and get them and bring them in. We tend to order them in just for the live. If there's one nearby that we can, and I think that's a brilliant idea, so thank you, we will try and order it in.
I don't think that...
Is there a
there might be, but it's not a bubbleology.
Oh, it might not be a bubbleology. We could do a bubble tea.
I think there is a place nearby that does bubble tea.
Yeah.
But it's not a bubbleology.
So we will try and do that. If not, what we will try and do... One thing we'll share with you, we won't be able to do it for a while. We are looking into it, but what we really want to do is a live outside. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, we need, in order to be able to do a live outside. So, like, if we were on holiday and we wanted to do a live and things like that, we can do Facebook Live. But I'm never on Facebook. But the only way to be able to do a live with is if we have 1,000 subscribers.
Oh, okay.
So that's why.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
I thought we could just do it, but we can't.
I don't think we can. I don't think.
We'll look into it, but we'll keep trying to get the more subscribers.
Yeah, I'll try it and see.
We'll see what we can do.
But but I believe that is the thing.
Oh, sorry, that was my fault. I was getting our hopes up there.
I know, he's getting his hopes up, and I was thinking, well, because Mark does these lives with me, and then we film the videos, but down to what you can't do and technical stuff and all of that I deal with. Yeah. And then when we edit videos, Mark will edit part of a video and I'll edit the other video, the other part of the video. So anything like if we're going to insert pictures or stuff like that, that's what I would do. And I would cut here and there I'll cut bits away that you don't need to see or that doesn't make any sense. And then what Mark will do is if I need something slowed down with music put to it or whatever, then Mark can do that. Or if I need something speeded up and music put to it, then you will do that. But also Mark will also edit, as in he'll chop, change, get rid of stuff that is not needed and things like that. But he wouldn't necessarily do the pictures in between and things like that. That's what I would do. So when we edit together. Sometimes that's why it takes long, especially if there's a part that we want to slow down or speed up, because Mark's working during the day. And if I'm not working on something, like I've been working on things the last few days, so I've physically not had time. But Mark will do thumbnails. And then once he's done the thumbnail, I can then upload it and all of that type of stuff. I did a few things on TikTok that I couldn't link to the videos because we haven't done the videos yet. But because I had done a TikTok at the time, sort of like just video different things, I could then just put the video together in my own leisure and then upload it.
Well, Nahar said you guys really do deserve over 1,000 subscribers.
Oh, bless
and
you.
Sandra said 100%. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. That's so kind.
That's really nice of you. Thank you. And like I said, we love doing it for you guys. Like I said, this has been so brilliant. We've had such great ideas from you. So we thank you so much for the fantastic ideas. Like I said, that's 4 videos there potentially we could do, which we wouldn't have thought of before. So you really do make a big contribution to our videos.
Exactly.
So thank you so much.
When you sort of come up with an idea and I'm thinking, oh, I haven't tried that, or I haven't, especially with because like with the cookie one, crosstown donuts I had in my mind stones, but when I saw the cookie one, I was like, what? I was like, that looks amazing. I've got to try that. Equally with the bubble tea. I've seen the bubble tea around, but for you to recommend, oh, right, okay, have you tried this? Because I wouldn't know. There's loads of places that do bubble tea. I would not know which one to try. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally.
Because I wouldn't know. All right. But if you've recommended to me, oh, yeah, I've tried Bubbleology, and I'm like, oh, do you know what? Now I'm thinking, right, you've recommended Bubbleology. I'm going to go there and I'm going to see, because I see these things around and I'm thinking that would be good, that would be good, that would be good. But I'm thinking, which one is the best one, or which one has someone tried and can recommend? Because I don't know many people who've had bubble tea.
No, actually, that's true. And when we do see it in the local town, don't we? We always think, I don't know what to order.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what to order or anything like that. So when somebody comes with something like that, I'm thinking, thank God someone said something, or thank God someone's recommended something, because, you know, we don't know.
Well, that's great. And like I said, so with the donuts, we wouldn't have, we thought about Crosstown, but and now you've recommended actually some flavors. We now know what to go for. We never thought of Jape, so thank you so much.
We wouldn't have thought of Jape, so definitely.
And nor the creme cookies, and also as well the bubble tea. We never would. We thought about it, but now you've recommended us a flavor, the Pixie. We'll definitely give that one a go.
Yeah, and with Crosstown, like I said, I'd seen Crosstown many times, but now that you said peanut butter and the peanut butter and blackcurrant, yes,
that's right up our street.
Yeah,
we love the PB&J though, which is the peanut butter from Donut Time, but they stopped. Well, as far as we know, we've stopped it, so we will try that one. I can remember the PB&J, so I will. We will compare the two and see which one's better. So hopefully, Samuel, we will try that one and let you know. Well, we'll video it so you guys can see it.
Yeah. And I think at some point you wanted to return to Inamo because you quite enjoyed Inamo.
Oh, I loved Inamo.
The only reason why Inamo popped into my mind is because in Soho, or just up the road from Soho, there is an Inamo across the road from Minalima. And that is why, because when you mentioned Soho, I'm thinking, oh yeah, because Minalima's up there, and of course Inamo's up there. And I know you were talking about Inamo. Not that we're going to try that tomorrow, because tomorrow, if I can get a reservation in that Jape's, that's where we're going.
Oh, well, that's the other thing. So we may not be able to, just purely because obviously with reservations and things like that, but we will try it soon if we can't do it either this weekend or maybe next weekend. So we will try soon. So thank you for the recommendations.
There is another pizza place that I want to try, and I don't know, Samuel, if you've tried it, which is Niha, whether you've tried that, which is what was it? Crazy Pizza.
Oh, well, I heard of that.
Yeah, that was one of the places that I was thinking we could go, other than Rosa Pomodoro, that is, because we've been to Rosa Pomodoro, but we've not done a video on it. Rosa Pomodoro is another sort of like pizza pasta place, Italian place, really, really nice. Thoroughly recommend. But the other place that I want to try, which we've not tried, is Crazy Pizza.
Oh yeah.
And when they turn the pizzas, they do it over your head.
Oh, never heard of it.
So with Crazy Pizza, that's what they're known for. So when I'm doing this as if that's how you spin pizza,
but it's big dough.
But it's massive, and they do it over your head and all of this type of stuff. It's like their signature thing. So I definitely want to try that. So if you're ever in London and that is something that you think, oh yeah, do you know what I mean? Because it sounds like to me it's quite easy for you to get into London. So that is a place that we've not tried, but I want to try. I can't remember what else is on my list. We went to Houton. I don't think I haven't put that up yet. But so basically last Saturday I went with my mum to the Shard, and we went to Houton. The food there was so nice. We did the set menu. It was so good.
Oh, so Samuel said, ever tried Pizza Pilgrims? No, somewhere I want to try in London next. They have a store in Oxford, and I'm visiting next month, and I'm definitely going to try that. And the Crazy Pizza.
Yeah.
Well, do you know what? That's another one. So another one to write down.
Well, I can't write because it's run out.
Pizza Pilgrim. There we are. So that's another one for us to try.
Oh, yeah, Pizza Pilgrim. Okay. And Crazy Pizza.
So we don't know which one we'll try. There's so many here we've got to do. So that's something we're going to have in the next few weeks.
Yeah.
So watch this space. We will get them filmed at some point. We will get them uploaded. We don't know when. We can't promise it'll be this weekend purely because we've got
so many videos backed up. I'm just trying to think, what videos have we got? We've got Bath. We didn't do too much in Bath, because Mark's parents were was with us, and he hadn't seen his parents for a little while, so it was difficult to say, oh, do you know what, do you mind if we film, and blah blah blah. So I just sort of left them to chit chat and things like that without bothering them about, oh, I'm gonna get my camera out. And then so we've got a little bit of Bath. What else have we got?
We've got quite a few.
The Shard, when I went to the Shard.
Yeah, we've got the Borough Market. We've got to upload.
Oh, Borough Market, yeah.
We did the chocolate taste test for Cadbury's. Got 3 new flavors, which we need to put up because soon they'll be out.
We also got Starbucks
new flavors as well, which again
are old now.
I know, is that, but I don't know if we'll end up doing that one. We will do.
But what outside ones have we done?
Oh, quite a few. There's some other, I can't even remember. Ever done a Camden Market video? Funny enough, Samuel, we were talking about that on Tuesday. So another thing we may do this Saturday instead is actually go to Camden Market, because we did talk to, who were we speaking about that to? I forget who we were talking to.
It wasn't Emma. It wasn't Sonia.
No, I said there's a huge spider in my room. No, you don't want that. Oh, Kenny hates spider. Ray. Was it Ray? I think it was Ray. We were saying that as well. So we were talking about we did Borough Market, we've done South Bank Market, and we said one of the markets we haven't done, we've done Spitalfields, we haven't filmed Camden, so we may do that this weekend.
We've done eating, but with Spitalfields we didn't eat anything there because it wasn't a food market per se, but they do have a food market on certain days, I think.
Yeah.
Or maybe we didn't visit the food market part, maybe, because we also did Jubilee Market, because it was sort of like the one at Spitalfields was more like an arts and craft market with a crosstown donut sort of stand. So they had food, but it was more in the restaurant part on the edges rather than, you know, food stalls. So unless I went to a different part of Spitalfields Market, it was mainly arts and craft stores and things like that, which we've done a video for, which is up. But Italy looks amazing, and I do want to go and eat in Italy at some point. We ate at the one when we were in Las Vegas, and that was amazing. So I definitely want to go and eat in Italy at some point. So
we may actually go to Camden this. You've just given a reminder as well for us to try that as well this Saturday. So we may actually do that one. We've got so much to turn over.
Well, I want to go to the pizza place and go to.
We don't know yet. So we might. I think we're itching towards Camden. I think we might try the Camden video. So watch this space. We'll see.
Are we?
And Neha, what are you going to do about this spider?
I know.
Do you hate spiders?
Are you going to catch it in a glass and then put it outside? I mean, they do come back when you do that because they got home in Beacon.
Or you're like Kelly and just crush them.
No, I don't crush all. I get you to deal with them.
Yeah, actually, I never kill them. I just
I
them up.
I get Mark. I don't kill them. I get Mark to deal with them. So
that's my job. Is spider removal, but in a very humane way. I don't like killing spiders. There you go. That's it. So we've got. Thank you so much. There's a lot of video ideas there as well. And Neha, you didn't tell us what would be your one place that you would eat. What would be your one restaurant? And Samuel, have you got yours? Samuel,
have you heard of Egg Slut?
Oh, yes.
Because I want to try this Egg Slut. And if you are coming to London, but it's difficult to find.
Egg Slut was, we saw that first originally in
Vegas.
In Las Vegas, and then it's come now to London, so we do want to try that one.
But it's not Egg Slut. There's another place called the Frenchie, that not to be confused with the Frenchie in Covent Garden. But there is a stall, and I tried to find it at South Bank, and it wasn't there. There is one at Broadway, and what it is they do a duck confit burger. I don't know if you like duck, but trust me, that duck confit burger is the best. It's the best. And when we went to South Bank, I tried to find them and we couldn't find them. We ended up having stuff. I didn't mind the stuff that we had, but my heart was set on that duck confit burger. Oh,
So Samuel said, "Oh, I've never had it, but only because I can't stand eggs." Oh, right. Well, if you don't like eggs, you won't like this place. I don't mind them mixed in with other things in baking, but eggs in their true form, can't stomach them.
No.
Texture, taste. Well, no, that's it. If you don't like that, you will not like. That's like going not liking chicken and going to something like KFC. You're not going to get much else there. So I know what you're saying. If you don't like eggs, that's not the restaurant for you.
What was it? What he said last night?
Yeah, texture, taste doesn't work for me, and that's fine. I do get that. You know, if it's not going to be your thing.
Like for me, it's anything gelatinous.
Yeah, I know.
So anything tapioca, semolina.
Something went
thick custard.
That's not anything.
Jelly. Anything gelatinous. No, but I do like rice pudding. I do like rice pudding. That I do like, but anything tapioca, semolina. Anything gelatinous, anything that's going to make my food soggy, that's not my thing.
Japes or Wingstop? What's Wingstop?
Wingstop is it's a place, well, as it sounds, wings.
Oh, okay.
There's one not too far from here actually. I've not tried it, so
that's another one for us to try.
Yeah, well, you can't eat chicken wings.
I can't. No.
But yeah, I'll think about the Wingstop, because the thing is, Mark can't eat it. So I don't know what other things that they do there that would be suitable for Mark to have. But the pizza, because you like seafood pizza, you like vegetarian pizza, you even like margarita pizza. So
we've got so many things to try.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's looking like maybe Camden to do some of those tasting tests. We will see. We've been going for 2 hours.
Oh wow.
So
already. It's flown by.
It's fun. Do you know what?
I've got to say,
this has been we've really enjoyed the live today. It's been absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much for all your ideas. It's incredible. Jake's and Wingstop are my 2 favorite food places.
Oh wow.
So
okay.
Thank you so much for those things. We will definitely bear them in mind. We really appreciate all your feedback. Thank you so much for joining us on the live. I hope you enjoyed it. We most certainly have enjoyed doing it.
We do.
Our next live will be Tuesday, 6 o'clock. So for those, I hope you can join. Until then, please enjoy your weekend. Have fun, look after yourselves, and above all, stay safe. And remember, you are never too old to have fun. We will see you in the next live. Take care. Thank you for joining us again. And hopefully we will see you Tuesday.
See you Tuesday.
Until then, take care.
Bye for now.
Peace.